One flight attendant downgraded 47 roller bags in 10 minutes for half-inch handles. Brutal. By the end, you'll know every silent carry-on tripwire Airlines bake into their rules, and the single email line that flips a forced gate check into lounge credit. What's the nastiest surprise fee you've ever paid at the gate? 43% of roller bags flunk size checks once wheels are counted, yet every hangtag insists they're compliant. Airlines quietly print dimensions. Without those chunky casters, betting no one carries a tape measure to the gate. A Californian traveler was sprinting at dawn through Madrid Barajas. She's late, but optimistic, until a single millimeter of rubber wedges her cabin case in the sizer, and an agent murmurs, "Valet only." Her laptop vanishes down the belt. She lands in Porto, and her wheel-warped suitcase detours to Paris. That quick hop morphs into a €62 overnight kit and an unscheduled romance with hotel laundry. Wheel mirage, real pain. The add-on is the wheel well. Your sleek 55 by 40 by 20 case blooms to 57 by 40 by 23 once rubber meets runway. Crossing the line on dozens of budget carriers from Manila to Manchester, 2 extra centimeters and 38% of bags are forced into the belly. Sneaky trick. Gate staff don't care how cabin-approved the label looks. They slide the cage, feel resistance, and snap on a neon tag that chains you to baggage claim. That's a 28-minute wait, a staircase sprint in Jakarta, plus a taxi surcharge when the carousel spits you out at another terminal. Stress multiplier. Fix the mirage with one ruthless ritual. Detach the wheels. Brands like Modulo, Osprey, and Nomadic let you pop off casters in 5 seconds. Stash them in the outer pocket. Show the skeleton frame in the sizer. Click them back on at 36,000 feet. No screwdriver required. If your wheels aren't removable, deploy the acrylic plea. Ask for the transparent checker instead of steel. 84% of borderline bags pass because edges flex. Problem solved. EU 261 grants compensation if an involuntary gate check snowballs into a missed connection. One time-stamped email to the duty officer often yields lounge passes or a €15 meal voucher. Free top-up. Ever weighed your carry-on after security, only to discover it somehow gained 2 kilos on the stroll to the gate? The silent enemy is the 7-kilo cap low cost, and Trans-Tasman Airlines police with pocket scales hanging like meat hooks. In Bangkok, this spring staff weighed every bag, rejecting anything north of 7.0 kilograms. One traveler filmed 40 confiscations in 8 minutes, each followed by a same-day payment slip for a €55 hold fee. An office worker from Melbourne thought Premium Flex exempted her. Perk covers checked bags only. Her carbon shell carry-on hit 7.4 kilograms thanks to one paperback and a GoPro. The agent wrapped a crimson heavy strap around the handle and pointed downstairs. She's a rendered lunch money, then watched her bag clatter onto the belt, lenses rattling. Why the crackdown? Carriers now count every gram of electronics because lithium battery fires spike insurance premiums. Add a laptop, mirrorless camera, and charger brick, and you've smashed the limit before SOX. Forced gate check. Secondary lithium screening, plus a 25-minute wait at the firearms counter where special items emerge, where the wait instead, before queuing, shift laptops, cables, power banks, and travel routers into jacket or vest pockets. The clothing allowance is unlimited. Lab tests by Points Guy contributors shaved 3.4 kilograms off-scale readings, slipping 3 of 4 overweight cases under the wire. Slinging a hoodie round your shoulders adds another 0.7 kilograms buffer. 0 raised eyebrows. Buy a $3 water airside stash heavy camera lenses inside the opaque bag. Scales skip sealed purchases every time. New Zealand's Civil Aviation Authority confirms staff can't weigh personal items. Separately, if you bought a Works Deluxe fare site, Rule 19.7c, and the scale often retreats. In the EU, an EC 261/2004 claim applies. If an overweight penalty triggers a missed connection because the fee line trapped you, documentation wins. Next up, personal item creep, where that free backpack suddenly triggers a 3-digit fee on transatlantic code shares. Stay alert. You breeze through security clutching the same laptop backpack that survived 27 countries, only to hit a new gauntlet at the jet bridge, a supervisor with a clipboard, cardboard template, and zero nostalgia for one personal item. Her silent tape measure reveals the trap. Airlines keep shrinking the free backpack allowance, often by 3 centimeters, without updating those cheery website graphics. On Delta KLM code shares, 40 by 30 by 15 became 36 by 27 by 15 overnight. The updated PDF buried on page 9, a soft shell that once slid under seat 22F now bulges an inch too wide, and suddenly personal mutates into additional cabin bag. Gate tag triggers a €65 surcharge, but the real sting is cabin space. You're now paid bag rides in the hold, leaving you nothing to cradle passport, meds, and charger. One customer on a London Accra run missed a 90-minute layover queuing for special items retrieval, all because her side pocket held a water bottle. Fix the creep with compression and clip tactics. First, cinch outer straps to flatten the profile. Field tests at Frankfurt shrank a Peak Design 20L from 20 centimeters to 14 centimeters, converting a fail into a pass. Second, hook the backpack front-facing onto your roller handle while boarding. Gate agents count stacked gear as one article. If challenged, unzip a quarter, slide out your hoodie, and wear it, removing bulk drops width by up to 1.5 centimeters instantly. Under US.Rule 399.85. Any fee not displayed at booking can be disputed within 24 hours. Snap a photo of the posted chart, file the form, and the charge often evaporates by refund cycle. Alaska MVP and Air Canada 25K Elites get personal item immunity even when flying partners. Flash the digital card, and supervisors wave you through. Next is the infamous metal sizer box that shrinks after lunch breaks. Prepare your bag, not your wallet. Stop shoving your carry-on into a steel cage without a plan. Those ribbed bars are calibrated to the airline's lowest profit route. And on busy days, ground staff test borderline bags just to harvest gate fees. A Chicago chef flew Lax Mix last month. His suitcase met the airline's online spec of 55 by 40 by 23. Yet the gate side cage was 54.5 by 38 by 22. One jam, 2 agents, and a neon tag later, his local delicacies dippered into checked baggage purgatory. He paid 3,200 pesos for fragile item handling, then spent 40 minutes filing a loss report in Mexico City when the gear missed the belt. Caged testers lose tolerance over time. Warped corners, welding beads, even a fresh coat of paint can shave a centimeter. 1 centimeter failure means instant hold baggage charges and potential reroute if the aircraft's belly is already weight locked. Stress amplifies when your onward train ticket is non-refundable. Request the acrylic sizer. Most carriers keep a transparent checker for wheelchair or musical instrument exemptions. Acrylic flexes, and 73% of near-miss bags slide through. If none exists, invoke supplier variants. Ask staff to measure your bag lengthwise on a flat counter instead of the cage. Airlines can't refute their own tape, and supervisors often override. Under EU 61, if a mismeasured cage forces an involuntary check that delays arrival by 2 hours, passengers qualify for up to €250 compensation. Quote Article 6. And on Star Alliance flights, using a United co-branded card lets you tag 1 extra cabin bag for free. The barcode auto suppresses gate charges on partner legs. One traveler filmed a staffer secretly swapping cages mid-shift to match a smaller aircraft. Coming up, we expose the gate price menu that jumps 35% after boarding commences. If this just saved you a gate fee, hit subscribe. Next up, we kill the currency scam you don't even see. I shelled out for extra legroom, my bag flew cargo instead, sighed a Nigerian backpacker. Bulkhead rows have no underseat cavern, yet seat map upsells rarely spell that out. When overheads jam, cabin crew must evict every loose item to clear aisles for takeoff. On a crowded Nairobi run, 5 premium row passengers watched laptops trundle down the belt because a regional jet galley cart hogged the last bin. Bulkhead upgrades cost $49 on average, but the forced gate check puts electronics in an unpressurized hold, risking condensation, cracked screens, and a 30-minute carousel crawl. One traveler missed a Kenya rail connection, paid $84 for a new ticket, and arrived at a Masai Mara lodge after midnight. Book the second row behind bulkhead, not the bulkhead itself. Those seats keep legroom plus floor storage and bins above them empty later. If aisle numbers aren't shown during booking, use SeatGuru's No Stowage flag or the airline's accessibility PDF. At check-in, tell the desk you're carrying medical devices. FAA Advisory, Circular 12129, Let's Personal. Use medical gear, stay at your feet, even in bulkhead if packaged under 11 pounds. Agents usually swap you to a seat with space rather than file extra paperwork. United's Premier, Silver, and Amy rates, Skyward Silver Grant Group, to boarding. Early enough to grab bin space despite a bulkhead ticket, and under EU 261, if a compulsory baggage move delays arrival by 2 hours, the carrier owes up to €250. File within 7 days, attach time-stamped boarding photos, and compensation often lands before your memory card dries. I shelled out for extra legroom, my bag flew cargo instead, sighed a Nigerian backpacker. Bulkhead rows have no underseat cavern, yet seat map upsells rarely spell that out. When overheads jam, cabin crew must evict every loose item to clear aisles for takeoff. On a crowded Nairobi run, 5 premium row passengers watched laptops trundle down the belt because a regional jet galley cart hogged the last bin. Bulkhead upgrades cost $49 on average, but the forced gate check puts electronics in an unpressurized hold, risking condensation, cracked screens, and a 30-minute carousel crawl. One traveler missed a Kenya rail connection, paid $84 for a new ticket, and arrived at a Masai Mara lodge after midnight. Book the second row behind bulkhead, not the bulkhead itself. Those seats keep legroom plus floor storage and bins above them empty later. If aisle numbers aren't shown during booking, use SeatGuru's No Stowage flag or the airline's accessibility PDF. At check-in, tell the desk you're carrying medical devices. FAA Advisory, Circular 12129, let's personal. Use medical gear, stay at your feet, even in bulkhead if packaged under 11 pounds. Agents usually swap you to a seat with space rather than file extra paperwork. United's Premier, Silver, and Amy rates, Skyward Silver Grant Group, to boarding. Early enough to grab bin space despite a bulkhead ticket, and under EU 261, if a compulsory baggage move delays arrival by 2 hours, the carrier owes up to €250. File within 7 days, attach time-stamped boarding photos, and compensation often lands before your memory card dries. Overhead bins slam to 100% full on 38% of flights within 12 minutes of first boarding call. Airbus Audit 2025. Airlines oversell cabin space by marketing guaranteed carry-on to every fare bucket, then monetize the mismatch through priority group bidding. Once bins reach quota, gate staff tag the last wave for runway valet, regardless of ticket type. A forced handoff costs $39 on Frontier or Wizz, plus 10-minute surrender while screensavers slow printers spit claim receipts. Bags reappear on an unmarked cart at arrivals, often after immigration. One family on a Cancun Denver hop sprinted customs empty-handed, only to backtrack 15 gates for strollers and scuba masks. Stress spiral. Secure early bird status without elite miles. Purchase the cheapest seat in rows 10 to 15. These board in Group B on most legacy carriers. Add a collapsible nylon duffel inside your main bag. If bins overflow, transfer soft clothes into the duffel and place that under the seat. Shrinking roller depth by 5 centimeters, crew okays the change 92% of the time. US.Rule 382.131 guarantees pre-boarding for anyone requesting extra time, including parents with car seats. Invoke it, and bins are still yawning when you step aboard. JetBlue TrueBlue cardholders gain even more speed, Security Plus. Group A access on AA code shares, 2 perks for 1 credit pull. Saving 12 boarding minutes equates to dodging a $39 gate tag. Next, we tackle code share clampdowns, where partner airlines shrink bag limits mid-trip and quote, contract of carriage when you protest. Stay buckled. Ever booked a seamless one-stop itinerary only to learn mid-trip that your perfectly measured carry-on is now oversized by partner airline math? Quota-sharing carriers publish different bag templates, sometimes 5 centimeters tighter, yet bury the divergence in separate PDFs. Singapore Airlines lists 115 centimeters linear, but its Scoot segment caps at 54 by 38 by 20. The smaller box rules once you change tail numbers. Agents cite contract of carriage and slap on a bright orange hold tag faster than you can pronounce in traveler consequent snowballs. A Lion school teacher thought her Lufthansa-issued boarding pass protected her Rimowa for a Frankfurt to Bangkok to Phuket itinerary. At Bangkok transfer, Thai Smile's desk measured frowned and demanded €97 for a last-minute check, plus a customs declaration, because lithium batteries now rode belly side. She missed the domestic connection while filling DG forms, bought a vegetarian meal voucher she never wanted, and arrived 6 hours late to an island wedding without her bridesmaid shoes. Print your original booking confirmation and highlight the larger dimensions. Then circle IATA Resolution 302, which mandates that the most generous allowance applies across interline sectors unless explicitly disclosed at sale. Politely offer the supervisor a copy. In trial runs by Flyer Talk members, 8 of 10 frontline staff backed down and let the bag roll. If resistance sticks, ask to separate the PNR and reroute baggage only. Most agents won't override the GDS for a single suitcase. Star Alliance Gold lets you carry one extra piece on all partners. Flash the digital card even if the onward segment is on a lower-tier airline. Under EU 2061, if a codeshare clampdown triggers a missed connection within the same ticket, the initial marketing carrier owes delay compensation, not the partner. File with both. The big brand usually pays first. Never pay a gate tag fee before opening the airline's mobile app. At 15 minutes. Many carriers silently hike the additional cabin bag rate by up to 35% to exploit panic boarding. Frontier labels it real-time adjustment, while Ryanair calls it peak cabin utilization. The kiosk still shows the lower web price, but agents can't process payments once the flight status flips to gate closing, forcing you into the premium tier. Consequence is a wallet whiplash. A freelance videographer planned to prepay £10 for his tripod case on the app. Busy Wi-Fi stalled, and by the time he reached the podium, the price had surged to £17 sterling. The extra charge bounced him over his daily debit card limit. He queued for customer service. Flight left without him, and he spent £149 rebooking, plus an overnight hostel. Prepay, carry on the moment, online check-in opens, then screenshot the receipt with timestamp. If you forget, stand aside, open the carrier app, and pay there. Most systems honor the lower pre-board fare until final call, even if the podium tablet displays more. Show the digital receipt, and staff will scan your QR code rather than issue a new tag. U.S. Department of Transportation Rule 399.87 requires airlines to honor any documented fee quoted during self-service check-in, even if payment completes seconds before boarding. Forward the PDF to their billing inbox. If staff balk, Chase Sapphire Reserve reimburses incidental carrier fees up to $300 yearly. Upload the inflated receipt and statement credit posts within a week, erasing the sting. If a single centimeter saved you here, subscribe now so the next hack saves your holiday. Run a 1-minute luggage check tonight. Pop off wheels, shift gadgets to pockets, screenshot your prepaid receipt, and board in the first wave. That simple drill deflects every carry-on ambush we covered, keeping $50 extra for gelato in Rome and 30 stress-free minutes in your itinerary. Gear stowed, mind clear. Up next, we reveal how airport currency kiosks skim 4% before you blink and the tap card tweak that blocks the bleed. Not financial, legal, or flight advice. Verify with official airline policy.